Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. I'm Utami from PPE class. Here I will deliver an English speech entitled An Attitude of Indifference is a form of being yourself to meet the final semester exam of the Islamic Education Philosophy course taught by Professor Mahfud Junaidi Magister. Indifference with positive thinking is a quote from Mark Manson in the book The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. In this book, Mark Manson states the desire to pursue more and more positive experience is actually a negative experience. Paradoxically, on the contrary, one acceptance of a negative experience is actually a positive experience. It was also called the law of inverse by philosopher Alan Watts. The quote above has a deep meaning about the need to accept negative experience as a form of acceleration to develop yourself. The substance of indifference is closely related to the attitude of the individual in facing a problem, solving problems, and the attitude he shows when he gets into trouble. Most people will feel down if they are pulled by problems, and complaining is natural. But the important thing is that with the negative experience of the problem, we learn to be better. The point of our discussion today is that being indifference is a form of being yourself. The words "I don't care" sound very familiar to all of us. We have often heard it, but are still confused about what it means to be yourself. Generally, in early adolescence, we become more sensitive or easily influenced by speech on environment which has an influence on ourselves. In adolescence, we tend to judge ourselves from the eyes of others without looking at our own judgment. For example, someone says, "The color of your clothes is so flashy. Your makeup is very strange." From these words, we will become less confident in fire or feel bad among others. Even though these words are not something to worry about. If you believe you are beautiful and you like the clothes, then wear them and say, "I'm confident and feel beautiful with this." Because there are some things you don't need to worry about. Another case example is when we are teenagers, we must have a dream and want to achieve. We are still considered bad in the field, then they are saying what you are doing is not good and other comments. It was a negative experience, but it was our attitude in dealing with that had different outcomes. If we denial and don't see the ugliness that is in us, then we will not grow and we will continue to wallow with the same problems. However, if we make these comments as input and introspect ourselves with the shortcomings we have, of course, we will gradually correct our mistake by changing them for the better so that we will continue to grow and get closer to what we dream. From the explanation above, has you seen the difference? Of course, because the two things above have different contexts but with the same core. The point is, from the example above, we are required to think about yourself without eliminating the shortcomings we have so that we continue to want to learn to be better and grow. And of course, having an attitude like the above is not easy. There needs to be awareness and confidence in yourself. You can start with the following stage. The first stage, accepting yourself. The goal is to find strengths in oneself so that they are more confident in their own abilities. Second step, stop torturing ourselves. It means that we stop comparing our achievement with others. The third step, let others have opinions. We'll think about other people's talk because we determine what we want to live like and how to live life. And of course, having an attitude like the above is not easy. There's need to be awareness and confidence in yourself. You can start with the following step. The first step is accepting yourself. The goal is to find strengths in oneself so that they are more confident in their own abilities. The second step, stop torturing ourselves. It means that we stop comparing our achievement with others. The third is let others have opinions. We'll think about other people's talk because we determine what we want to live like and how to live life. Fourth stage, accepting one's own shortcomings. In addition to discovering one's own strengths, we also have to accept our shortcomings so that we are aware and willing to change for the better. Fifth stage, we are social beings, but we need time for ourselves. This can also be a medium of self-introspection. The sixth step, focus on the goal, leaving aside others. People's talk makes more focus on the goal so that the goal will be closer. From the explanation above, there is an important point about we don't need to care about anything that can hinder us. Focus more on developing ourselves. Indifference sometimes has a negative impact because sometimes our sensitivity level fades a little if we don't care about the existence of other individuals. Being ignorant doesn't mean we don't think about others either, because life is not only based on us, but other individuals are also involved. It's like we have a house, other people are guests who we also think if he visit our house, we will prepare a good meal, but we also have our own rules that must be followed by guests in our house. Like being an individual who is very indifferent or doesn't care certainly provides peace of life. That is one of the positive values of an attitude of indifference. Of course, there are many more, but it all depends on the attitude of each individual. The most important thing is to be yourself without comparing with others. Points that we can take include not caring about other people's talk or opinions and vice versa. Always introspecting with our shortcomings so that we will continue to grow, remain confident, and not easily influenced by other people's judgments. Not comparing other people's achievements with us because each individual has a different starting line and ending line. Focus on the goals and dreams to be achieved. And lastly, if we are tired of accommodating all the abundance of life, we can take the time to have alone. For closure, I'd like to deliver a quote. This is my step and that is yours. Of course, we have different paths, so There is no need to debate which one is superior because, in essence, we have different goals. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.